Today we're at Harvey Wreckers to see what kind of cars they have to offer. This place is located about 1 hour out of Melbourne in Langwarrin. Better yet, it's only $2 for entry. So I drove down with my AU Falcon XR6, which you guys know and love, and I paid a total of $2 to enter into what hopefully will be the best wreckers in Victoria. This wreckers looks like it was founded in the 50s, so hopefully today we find some hidden gems. Holy sh**, look at this thing. Anymore.
Oh, there's no more E90s.
Not only does this Wreckers have cars like this, and like this, holy sh**, look at this thing. Nissan X-Trail, or whatever's left of it. Abandoned vehicle. Look, this is probably stolen and burnt out. Why would this car be here? There's no parts left on it. I don't understand why Harveys would put this burnt out X-Trail in their lot. There are literally no usable parts left on it, but nevertheless, it's still cool to see. Even the roof is mangled from getting so hot. Look inside. Look.
I reckon you should take a seat.
Take a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah? I know my technique.
Oh my god.
Even the glass is melted. Look at that. You know, I'm surprised this is at the Wreckers because it's like it's not very PG, you know? Usually it's just crash cars, but this one's been burnt out. I don't want to go near that. But yeah, let's see if the door still closes. It should. No. What about the engine? Let's see what's left of the engine. QR25 DE. Look at the battery. It's got fluff on it. It's grown hair. Look, you want drive belt? That's still intact. I reckon this car was definitely stolen. Abandoned, probably had a Molotov cocktail thrown in. Another thing that's interesting is, what's going on with the suspension? Did the spring just melt? Were they made out of cheese? Anyway. Look at this little Toyota Hilux mini truck. I've always wanted one of these. One day, I want to get one, put a 1J in it. I think that'll be mint. Or even an SR, because it's so small and they weigh nothing. They're also very useful. But if you get one with a 3RZ, one of the slightly newer ones, the 2.7, they're really good engines. You never see cars like these at other junkyards around inner Melbourne. It's always newer economy box Tupperware containers that just aren't interesting at all. This one's probably carbureted. Probably, I'd say like a mid-80s Hilux. Look at that, door still works perfectly. A measly 405,000 kilometers. Oh, look at this, look at this. Ah, nothing there. I'm surprised the motor's taken out of it considering it is a Hilux. They just don't blow up. Like, why would you need the motor out of this? Cheers. Wooden tray. Doesn't look like it's stood the test of time very well. I reckon the battery was back here. It's got power cables coming to it. Probably had a NOS bottle in there. I was intrigued by all the interesting cars at Harvey's, so I moved further in to see if anything else caught my eye. Mike Lake and Rex H behind the camera, they're giving away a CE Lancer, and down here are where all the CE Lancers are, so I want to go check them out. All right, what do we have here? We have, don't know. What's this? CJ Lancer? This is a P-Plater Special. CVT gearbox.
Oh yeah? CVT gearbox?
Yep.
Grass gearbox.
Grass. You always see these driving in the right lane on the freeway, sound like a lawnmower going past you or riding your ass. But we have here, I think this is a CC Lancer, which is a CE, but a sedan. We got the 4G93 engine. Amazing engine, don't you reckon, Rex?
Yeah.
Very good engine.
Mint engine.
Yeah, I actually came here when I had my Lancer to get an AC compressor, and I could not believe the amount of different AC compressors these cars have. This thing was on gas. It's got the gas injectors or the solenoids or something. I've never seen a Lancer on gas. Look, sunroof. You see that? Sunny on tilt. Sunny on tilt.
Why is it the Wreckers?
Why is it at the Wreckers?
Yeah.
Maybe the gas tank exploded? Who knows? I love Lancers, but even I started to get bored talking about them, so I swiftly moved on, hoping for some more interesting cars. So we're just walking away from the Lancers, and I noticed not one, not two, but 7 Holden Craptivas. I'm surprised there's not more here. These things are so garbage. They're soulless, they're passionless. What engine is this? Oh, see that? Alloy Tech. What does that stand for?
Rattletech.
Rattletech, that's right. Oh, we've got a diesel one here. Injectors, they like to catch on fire. Oil leaks. These are the most NPC cars you can buy. I'm surprised anyone buys these cars, honestly. Like, they seem appealing. They have, you know, a kind of a nice interior. They're spacious, I guess they'd be good for a family car, but the positives do not outweigh the negatives. There was a class action launched against Holden a few years ago for Commodores, Cruisers and Captivas for their 6-speed automatic gearboxes. Most of them got replaced and then they just ended up breaking again, and that's why they're here. minivans. I don't really know much about minivans. I know that this is a Tarago. We got no engine. These came with the 1MZs. They came with those 4 cylinders that love to blow up and burn oil. Look how much room these have. You got a sunroof for a sunroof in this car. Dual sunroofs. These actually have pretty cool interiors. Nice leather steering wheel. I'm surprised this is at the Wreckers considering underneath it's basically just a Camry. Well, I have 17 children. I'm gonna buy one of these. So I was actually wrong. This isn't a Tarago. Everywhere else in the world, it's called a Toyota Estima. Book. Rex is desperately trying to find a cup holder.
There's E90s here, and I need a cup holder. Thank God we came, because oh my God, they're all taken. Is that an E90?
Yeah, another one.
Oh. Wait, let me see. Let me check. Ah, 4-cylinder. No wonder it's at the Wreckers. BMW 4-cylinders are No cup holder.
Missing.
Rex ended up leaving empty-handed with no cup holders, but I was still on a mission to find more intriguing cars to talk about.
If everybody had an ocean across the USA.
I actually have a core memory with a Chrysler Grand Voyager. My uncle, my dad's brother, had one. One time, he was driving me with my cousins on the freeway, and all of a sudden, the AC compressor locks up and it just starts sending smoke all through the cabinet. Look at this, guys. Chrysler PT Cruiser. This one is a limited edition. I thought they were all limited edition because no one bought them. This is a very strange car. I don't know why they ever made these. Well, it looks quite nice inside. It even smells pretty good. It smells like that old Camry that you used to have, Rex, like years ago. That nice old people smell.
Yuck. Mothballs.
It's got heated seats. It's got mold. It smells worse in the front than it does in the back. Someone's probably sharded. Look at this. Range Rover Sport. Completely burnt out. I think worse than that X-Trail.
Who's gonna take anything off this motor?
Look, and maybe they need one of the EGR pipes.
Yeah?
What about the timing belt? Why does this thing have a timing belt? Look, I will open it up to show you guys, but I don't think it's gonna open. Nor do I really want to touch it.
Bro, touch it. Try to open it.
No, I'm not touching that shit. Probably burnt down because it was leaking so much oil that it just spontaneously combusted. The seats are still pretty nice. It's interesting how far the fire went. It sort of got to the sunroof and it went, nah, can't be bothered burning the rest of the car. But you know what's also ironic? This thing has wood trim and none of the wood trim has been burnt. Almost like it's not real wood. It's got a windscreen wiper motor in the seat. This Wreckers has a great variety of cars. We've got an Audi A6 here, got a Forester back there, got a Merc there, and then back over where we started, there's rusted out Fords, Holdens. It's pretty crazy to see that. It's complete like 360 to what's over here. Actual useful cars you can take parts off, and then just completely rusted out ones. Look at this Saab. You never see Saabs at Wreckers.
Airbag.
This door handle. It looks like it should open this way, but no. Who pulls up on a door handle? Pretty sure this Saab was around the time that they had that like airplane style key. Yeah, it does. Look, you don't put the key here, you put the key here. Pretty quirky cars. Not surprised it's here.
The Saab was one of many quirky cars I found down this aisle at Harvey's. It mainly consisted of weird European cars like Citroens, Peugeots and Renaults.
There's actually an interesting fact about, I think it's either Citroen or Peugeot. Other than Ford, Peugeot or Citroen have been the longest selling car in Australia other than Ford, believe it or not. And now they're going extinct. I believe next year, Ford will be the longest standing car seller in Australia. This headlight on the Citroen is as long as my torso. I drive a Jag. S-Type. Did you know the rear suspension on an AU Falcon IRS is based on a Jaguar X-Type? Because Ford owned Jaguar back in the day.
Does that mean you could spool it and drift it?
Probably. Very similar to a Ford IRS. But this is an S-Type, so it's not exactly the same. Even the subframe looks very, very similar. You know, another thing I just noticed about this Jag, it has wheel studs and it's European. European cars usually use lug bolts instead of lug nuts, and this one has studs. I wonder why. Maybe because it was owned by Ford, and Fords, in Australia at least, use studs.
You're a stud.
Yeah. every single V6 Camry is missing its engine here. It's gone. This one is also gone. Same with this Avalon. Same with this one. And this one. And that one. They're just all gone.
Good engines.
They're literally all gone.
Yeah.
Like not a single one.
So in conclusion, Harvey's is a great wreckers, quiet, full of interesting cars, and most importantly, great parts to take home and fit to your project car. I'll definitely be coming back very soon to explore all the other makes and models, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.